Hi, this is Shu with a review of the Kyrie 7. I'm not a big fan of Kyrie the player, nor the shoes, because they always come missing something. The 7th version is a continuation from 5, 6, 5 and 6. So it's not a huge departure from that. Some little minor changes, as you can notice immediately, is that they have some easy access, I guess, heel here. Elf nose, elf shoe, is that what you call it? Kind of like what you find in the runners like the Pegasus and the Vomeros. It makes for easy access when you're rushing to put your feet in, so you won't have to like pull the heel tab up. So this is nice. At the same time, there's plenty of ample padding in here to make sure your heel and Achilles is locked down, and the heel cup is there, getting the job done. And I think they got rid of the huge slab of rubber outside that makes it look kind of pretty for the Kyrie 5. I think that's a nice touch. The weight, it's pretty lightweight for a size 9. It weighs about 370 grams, so that's pretty lightweight. But considering how minimal this shoe is, I feel they could have done better. The size, Kyrie's always run kind of narrow and short. I always went up a whole size for both the Kyrie, from the Kyrie to actually all the Kyries. I went a whole size up. Otherwise, I would just have the shoe just clamping down and chafing my toes and my joints and whatnot. This one, I would recommend, no matter how much of a tight fit you like. If you have a really narrow fit, then you might go true to size. Otherwise, at least go half a size up or a full size up. That's what I would recommend. As you can tell by this material, there's this hard TPU side support. This is good in terms of making sure there's no ankle rollover. Anti-inversion support is excellent with this nice little support cup, you might call it. But at the same time, because of this, there's not going to be a lot of expansions for your pinky toe area or the width of the shoe. The base of the shoe, as you can tell, is a little bit wider than normal, so already that provides a very stable, low-profile performer that won't endanger you by making your ankle roll. The traction is always nice, that it's always climbing all the way to the side, so you might be moving drastically and you still have some ability to plant your foot on the floor and get good traction. The pattern is unique and it actually works. Kyries always have really good tractions with their shoes, and again they up the ante for themselves one more time. It's a unique traction that works, and the grooves are very deep, so it's considerably more durable than a lot of the conventional models out there for, let's say, the Jordans with the plain or ordinary herringbone traction with very thin threads. So this is a nice little durable thick groove and blade pattern that actually works to provide excellent traction. The cushioning is always a problem for me. Kyrie always seems to go cheap a little bit. They could spend a little bit more. This is just injected Phylon and it's pretty rigid. Compared to 5 and 6, it is a little bit softer, but just a little bit, not by a whole lot. Not much of a difference. You do feel a little bit of a stepping comfort and you won't get a lot of shock absorption. In terms of the midfoot, with nothing but just plain old foam like Phylon or EVA, the better models for Nikes were the Jumpman 2020s and the Jordan 30s. But this one, nah. The Kobe 5s, although I do complain that they did not include a heel zoom here, they actually use Cushlon, and pretty good quality Cushlon, so it provides better comfort, cushion, impact protection than just injected Phylon with a little bit lower density. So yeah, you've got React, Lunarlon, and all this good materials, even Cushlon. So why the hell are you going cheap on this? Is that what Kyrie wants? He wants some firmness and rigidity on the heel? Please. On the forefoot, you have Zoom Turbo, which is pretty much identical to the 5 and 6. I don't feel, even if you look at the dissected version of it, it's exactly the same. Even though the foam has been upgraded a little bit, I don't feel that much of a significant drastic upgrade or downgrade from the 5 and 6. Zoom Turbo is Zoom Turbo. It's pretty low profile, always the Kyrie way. The upper is some sort of an engineered mesh with some starchy additional material layered along with it. I love the design pattern and The design, I guess, alternative and options and variety that they will offer, they always do a good job with that. Interestingly, this is supposed to pay homage to some musician. Is it Bob Marley? I'm not too sure. Someone, I forgot. There's a nice little wording here to pay tribute or homage to Kobe Bryant. His legacy is going to live on forever. That's a nice touch because Kyrie worships Kobe. This is a very nice little, it kind of reminds me of the Jordan 5, the shark mouth pattern that you find in the fighter jets. But I don't think that was what it was meant to be, because rarely Kyrie mentioned anything about Jordans. In terms of lockdown, they do have these little additional reinforcements, but I really don't feel anything extraordinarily incredible, or there's no big plus for me for these. I would rather have something that locks the shoe up better from the heel to the forefoot or the upper part. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. It's not crazy breathable. It's just ordinary, plain. Not gonna give it excellent breathability, or is it nor is it suffocating and stifling inside. It's a typical Kyrie's, not a huge departure. So, yeah, Kyrie's. I still think they're overcharging you with the price tag that they have in terms of the minimal tech and the continuation, and not much of a drastic upgrade in terms of the overall shoe silhouette and any kind of function or design. It's a nice looking shoe though.